On today's episode of the Arizona Desert Fisherman, I'm going to show you my top 5 lures. Alright guys, what's up? This is Jason, the Arizona Desert Fisherman, here with you. I do apologize, the sun is right there in my eyes behind your camera here. But anyway, today I'm going to show you my top 5 lures that I've been using. And today we're at one of my favorite bass spots. I kind of found this place and stumbled upon it and threw a lure on and got bass right away, you know. So I've been coming here quite a bit lately. And all of these lures that I'm going to show you here, I've used here and caught bass on. I just want to show you, my top 5 favorites. Hopefully I can do more on the water videos like this. Now I'm actually using a tripod, thanks to my wonderful mother and her advice saying that my little apartment office / closet didn't look right and I needed more scenery behind me. So hopefully this is good enough for you guys. Alright, so we're going to get into it here. My number 5 lure is this mini Rapala crankbait here. It's got a square bill on it and it's fire tiger color. Let me show you here. It's got the nice orange belly and the green, yellow, black body with black stripes there. I've actually caught some bigger bass on this, even with the small size. I haven't caught any big panfish on it yet, which is, I think, what it's meant for. But this is definitely a solid lure right here in this color. I've used other colors with this mini Rapala before, and I have not had any luck with those at all. So definitely, I think these are at Walmart for not even $4. So definitely go and grab one of these. My number 4 best lure, everybody's heard me talk about these, the Biospawn Plasma Tail. This is the purple fire color. Show you that there. Purple body, little red tail there. Ever since I got these, I've been catching fish on them. And I've used them a number of ways. The biggest way that I use them is right here in this fast current. I'll just hook them up to a float and I'll leave probably 4, 5, 6 inches of line on it, so it's only that deep, and I'll throw it into the faster water, and the current itself is enough to make the action on this thing go, and it just produces a huge number of strikes. And these are very, very durable too. I think I caught probably 5 or 6 bass on one before it even started to fall apart. So I was pretty impressed by that. I've used them on drop shots and jig heads too. There's a nice bass jumping over there. I've used these on drop shots and jig heads too. I haven't had as much luck with that in this spot compared to just using them on a float. So I would say, find your spot that you're going to use them in and figure out which rigging option is best for that location. So number 3 here is going to be the Crappie Magnet series, and this is their slab magnet. I believe this came in the mystery tackle box, if I'm not mistaken. I'll just show you that there. It's a nice fat shad body, nice narrow tail, and what I actually do is take a pair of scissors and I'll split that tail in half. And then they had the jig head, their Crappie Magnets double cross jig heads. Those are amazing with these. I've caught quite a few panfish on these now. When I first started using these, I wasn't catching any, but now I've caught quite a few. Some nice crappies and nice perch on these. Right here in this area though, these are killer on the smallmouth bass. I mean, that's what I was talking about with the very first time that I found this spot. I used these slab magnets here, and I literally casted straight out from me right here on this side of this point, and as soon as it hit the water, a nice smallmouth took it. It wasn't even in the water for 5 seconds. So that was really, really impressive. But like I said, yes, these are meant for crappie, but these just kill the smallmouth bass. My number 2 is actually one of the most basic lures that you can get. It's a rooster tail spinner blade. I picked this one up here at Walmart for I think $1 on clearance. And you can see here the body is black and silver, black tail, and a nice pattern blade there. You know, you can't beat something that's worked for 50, 60 years, you know. And I've caught all kinds of things on this. The first time I tried it here, I caught a 10-pound sheephead on it, and I was surprised by that. And then, you know, bass after bass after bass after bass. You know, so definitely make sure that there's one of these in your tackle box, just in case, you know, you go out with a set of lures that you know you want to try that day and they don't work. Start throwing one of these around, because I guarantee you'll get some bites. That's a real pretty bass. My number 1 best lure that I've been using this summer has produced well over 30 fish in the last 2 weeks. You know, I don't sit here and fish for 8 hours a day. I come out for an hour or 2 at a time, and I'm not always going for quality. You know, a lot of my bass will be smaller, you know, 7-8 inch bass, and I'm totally okay with that. My number 1 lure is right here. This is the 3D Prism Flat Crank by Yozuri. This is exactly what I was talking about. I don't go for quality fish. And right there, Yozuri Flat Crank. Nice pound and a half. Not bad. I'll give you a closer look here. Now you can see it's got kind of the orangish head, silver bottom. And I hope you can see that in the light, the purple, blue, you know, that changes colors with their prism finish. And then it's got kind of a muddy brown top on it. And it's got a lot of detail right here in the fins. You know, one good thing that I like is that these hooks can't reach each other. So you never have an issue with these hooks tangling up on each other. And it's got a nice rattle on the inside. The reason that I like these flat cranks so much is because they put off a totally different movement in the water than what the bass are used to seeing with normal crankbaits. You know, and these get down deep. They'll bounce off of a rock, and then they'll go down on the deeper side of it instead of just staying on that path. So that's really, really cool. You know, the paint job is starting to go a little bit, so I'll definitely have to get a couple of more of these. But definitely, if you guys are looking for something different to use, go to yozuri.com. I'll leave their link in the description box, and pick up one of these 3D Prism flat cranks, or any of the 3D Prism series that they have. I mean, these lures are just amazing with the finish there. If you could check that out with the sunlight, and just imagine how that looks underwater with all the light bouncing off of it. So yeah, like I said, definitely pick one of these up. It's really worth it. But there you go, guys. That's my top 5 baits, my top 5 lures here. I hope you enjoyed that. If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask. If you want to leave a comment below of your top 5 lures that you like this year, please do that. You know, we can get the ball rolling and to talk about that a little bit. Maybe there's some things that I need to try and get here. Please, I have the link below to our Facebook page. Please head over there and give us a like so you can keep up to date. And we have Facebook exclusive contests over there too all the time. But I want to thank you guys very much for subscribing and for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.